This video will look at the evaluation of the event. Firstly, I will look at the 3 objectives that we set and how well we achieved them. Secondly, I will look at the stakeholders and show some feedback from them. And thirdly, I will evaluate the event itself and the employability skills that I have developed through the organisation of it. Our first objective was to raise a minimum of £150 through fundraising and the event itself to support the Make It Better campaign for Sheffield Children's Hospital. I can reveal that we raised £529.67. Our second objective was to raise awareness of the charity through the marketing and the event itself. Awareness is difficult to measure and can sometimes rest on the assumption that future donations will be increased as a result of the event and marketing that has taken place. We made sure that the Sheffield Children's Hospital logo was on all of our flyers and posters, and whenever we were involved in any type of fundraising, we wore our Sheffield Children's Hospital t-shirts. We did this as the advertising for the event can typically reach 2 to 3 times the size of the audience that attends the actual event. At the start of the event, I gave a short description of how the money could help the charity. We then continuously reminded people that all the money raised from the event would go to charity. At the end of the event, when the audience were asked to fill out their feedback forms, they were given the chance to show their understanding of the charity. All attendees were able to answer this question and show some understanding of how their money could help the charity. Our third and final objective was to hold a sustainable event through the use of local suppliers. We successfully sourced a local venue, used a local supplier for food, we used performers from a Sheffield Hallam society, and all donations to the raffle were given by local companies. To be a successful event manager, it was important that we identified the range of stakeholders in the event and their individual needs. Stakeholders are able to look at aspects of the event differently and maybe notice things that the event manager hasn't necessarily noticed. This means that they can provide positive improvements or changes for the event. I will now identify some of our main stakeholders and show some of the feedback they gave to us. The first stakeholder that I will look at is the venue. When discussing with the venue how the evening went, they told us that there were some very talented performers on the night. It brought a nice amount of customers who weren't usually there on a Monday night and would hopefully come back. There was a nice amount of cash left behind the bar after the event, and overall it looked successful. We are also very pleased to say that after the event we heard from the AIM Society that the venue have asked them to come back and perform again. The charity were very pleased with the amount of money we raised and our efforts to raise the charity's awareness. They told us, "It sounds like it was a great event where people really enjoyed themselves. Hopefully people will donate additional money because of the text posters you put around the venue and further increase your amount raised so far." 2 first-year event management students volunteered for us on the night. We felt it was really important that the volunteers were happy and comfortable with the jobs that we asked them to carry out. We also felt it was important to make sure that they were given relevant breaks throughout the evening and were provided with food and drink. Our volunteers were happy to get involved and said that it was a really fun event to work on. They also felt it was a good experience for them to see what it would be like for them in final year. We felt that our performers were one of the main stakeholder groups to look after. It was important that they were comfortable on the night and happy with performing. They were provided with a separate area in the venue where they were able to practice and relax in between their performances. We also provided them with food and drink. The winner of the event told us, "It was a great event to be asked to be involved within that has helped our society's promotion. The venue has asked us to come back and perform for them again, which is great for us. We'll definitely organise something like this for our society again." To measure the audience's experience, we asked them to fill out a short questionnaire on the back of their voting slips. The results showed us that the audience had a great time, with 100% saying they had a good experience and would attend a similar event again. We received some great comments, including it was a high standard event that was well presented and it was an enjoyable evening and great event. The voting slips also gave us a chance to ask the audience if they could suggest any improvements or changes for if the event was to run again. A recurring comment was to include a dessert with the food. A few people also mentioned taking food orders before the event, as some people weren't able to have the pie that they wanted. I feel like throughout this project I have developed numerous skills, including organisation, planning, time management, teamwork, communication, financial management, negotiation and problem solving. However, I'm going to focus on two of the main skills that I have developed. One of the main employability skills that I feel that I have developed is teamwork and being a successful team player. The phrase being a good team player appears on almost all job advertisements, and that's largely because a lot of organisations' success is down to good teamwork. Target Jobs lists teamwork as number 3 in their top 10 skills that will get you a job after you graduate. As we had to work together closely as a team, there was no evidence of differences of prestige or status. We were all equal. As I knew that teamwork would be one of the most important aspects of this project, I felt that it would be good to understand how groups work effectively. So I looked at Tuckman's forming, storming, norming and performing model. This model suggests that there are 4 stages that groups go through before they are mature enough to work together consistently. It was important that I understood these stages so I could consider what stage the group was working at and encourage development onto the final stage, whereby we would work together consistently well. Working well as a team also helped me develop skills in decision making and making compromises. Another skill that I felt that I developed throughout the project was communication, whether it be by phone, email or face-to-face. Communication and networking skills are crucial for career and personal success. It forms a key part of the process of job searching, as it is important that you can effectively communicate with a potential employer. Before this project, I would have considered myself a confident communicator, as I am not a shy person. However, when making phone calls or booking meetings with people, I did find myself getting nervous. I encouraged myself to carry out communication tasks as much as possible to increase my confidence. Overall, I am very proud of how the event went and how much money we raised. If I had to make any changes to the event, it would just be that we had more time and resources to make the event bigger and better. Testing, testing, are you videoing? Yes! To be a successful event manager, it was important that we identified turn my phone off. I will now identify some of our main stakeholders and show some of the feedback given back. Postman's just come. I'll just wait for that to finish. To measure the audience's experience, why can't I talk? This is my little secret. Write it down, put it behind the camera. Go Cars! The charity were very pleased with the amount of running. It was important that I understood these stages so I could consider, oh my god, take 580. I've forgotten what I'm saying. I think it's time for a tea break.